index finger on my right hand is very itchy right now. Today on In the Woodyard, I got logs, I got saws. Time to cut. Here we go. So a couple days ago I did a bunch of cutting, and then yesterday I did a bunch of splitting, and this morning it is not too terribly hot out here. It's only about 75 right now, but it's supposed to get to 90 again. So right away this morning I'm going to cut into the log pile. I brought my saws out. Over there I got them sharpened up, ready to go. So I'm going to cut 2, maybe 3 tanks. We'll see how long they last before I melt. And I'm going to cut into this pile as much as I can, so then tomorrow we can do some more splitting. So I'm going to try to see how this works. I've never cut with a shelter before. I got a little bit of shade right here, so it's better than being out in the blasting sun, which we have right now. So I'm going to do some cutting, so we'll see what happens. So we're starting them up right now. That's less than 1 tank. I hit the ground, I got lazy. You can see it right here. See that cut right there? As soon as I did it, I felt it. I cut 3 more cuts. It was just dull as a bowling ball again. So I shut it off. I got maybe 3/4 of the tank done. So I got a bunch. It's nice to take a little break. It's kind of nice sometimes when your chain gets dull, because then you get to relax a little bit. It is toasty out here, but the shade is helping out. When I step out into the sun, it's much warmer. So this is actually kind of nice. So I'm going to keep migrating this thing into the pile as I cut, because it's not terribly bad if you're in the shade. So kind of extra work, but it does make the work more pleasant. So I'm going to grab another saw. We're going to cut this. I got this kind of hanging here. I got this one little key. I wouldn't call it a keystone, a key log holding this whole thing up, because once that one goes, the whole thing's going to fall. So while it's holding it up, I'm going to cut on this end, but this is a crotchy piece. There's a crotch right here, right here, right here, right here, and then up here, a little crotch, and then a double here. So this is a nasty piece, which is why I'm cutting a lot of this stuff with the chainsaws, because it wouldn't go through the processor. I mean, it would, but it wouldn't be pretty. It would be very ugly. And by using the saw, I can kind of dictate more where the cuts are going to be. So a lot of times I'm just cutting the crotches out. You know, I'm making waste pieces, just chucking them over here, which will go into the cookie pile. So I'm going to start up another saw right now. Well, there's 2 tanks, and it's getting hotter and hotter. Oh, at least there's a nice breeze. So I'm gonna migrate all these rounds out of the way, and I'm gonna start up a 3rd saw because I still feel pretty good. I'm not passing out hot yet. I'm warm, but it's not terrible today like it has been. I had, you probably saw that during that time lapse there, the one log all of a sudden was on top of me. I caught one piece that was holding everything up, and all of a sudden this bigger log here, and there's one that I ripped up, rolled down. I just took one step back and it stopped right in front of me, so I didn't die. But I'm glad I was watching, because these piles are dangerous when you cut in here like this. The little stuff, you know, once the pieces get, the rounds get, the logs get bigger than like the size of, I'd say like, you know, 10 inches or so, you got to kind of start to watch out, because anything smaller than that, it only weighs maybe 100 pounds, 200 pounds, and it's not coming at you that fast. You just put your foot on it or lean into it and kind of stop it. Like this small stuff up here, it'd be no big deal if it hit you. But when you get these big ones that come down from 3 feet above and they roll and they come pretty fast, you got to jump, because there's some pretty big stuff here. I mean, these are pretty big chunks here. So now I'm going to move some stuff out of the way and start up another saw. I think today's cutting carnage is complete. No more carnage of cutting. Now I think I got time to do some splitting. So I got more than half the pile, well, probably half the pile done, I would say, from what's here. I don't know. Yeah, because it was about out to the gravel out there. So I got about half of it cut. And what's here is a bunch. The saws all got dull. I hit the ground and all of them were dirt. There was, you know, because when you're cutting in this stuff, there's chunks of dirt in here and little stones and things like that, because it got ground in a little bit into the ground, and there's it's not perfectly clean wood. You can see there's a bunch of dirt in the bark here, so that happens when you're cutting. But I got enough done that I can split for a while. I don't have to be anywhere for about 2 hours. So I am going to move the canopy up this way, in that way, and I'm going to put the splitter right here with the engine into the pile so I can cut from that side and just grab. And I'm going to take my trailer and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to put the stuff right into the trailer, because I can just keep going instead of using the tractor running back and forth with the bucket, which works okay, gives you a little break. But you got to kind of stack it into the bucket, which takes extra time. If I can just toss it or have it, you know, slide into the trailer, I'll just bump the trailer right up to the splitter here, right in this area, once I get these chunks moved. And then I'll be able to just fill the trailer up. I don't know if I won't have time to fill the trailer, but I can get a bunch of this done right now. So that's what's going to happen. Splittage. Well, that worked out nicely. I got the rounds moved out of the way, so I shoved the splitter right up in the hole here. So I'm going to work on this side, so all the wood is right behind me, and that's how I like to do when I split in piles. For those of you that haven't watched a lot of my splitting videos, I like to have the wood right behind me, right next to me, right to the either side, not on the opposite side. I like, see over here, this is just, there's nothing over here, there's just logs over here. So this side over here is where the action's going to happen, and this is the side I want to be on because the engine's over here, so all the heat comes off of the engine right here. So I'd rather be on this side working when it's hot. So all the rounds are piled up over there, trailer's backed right in, splitter fits right into it fine. Now my old trailer, I could just barely, that's how high the deck was, I could just barely get the edge of the table to be kind of equal with this, and now I dropped this down a bunch so it's at an angle, and we're gonna just chuck it in there, and I'll just keep going until I run out of time, which is about an hour and a half now I've got, I think. So we're gonna do a bunch of splitting. Here we go. So there is about an hour and 15 minutes of splitting. I got a bunch of the pile done, probably, well, definitely more than half of it. And I just had the single wedge on because there was a lot of crotchy type pieces, and the 4-way doesn't do so good on the crotches, especially with this ash because it's partially dry, so it's just real tight. It doesn't want to split. So the single wedge is working good on it. With the 4-way, I can fill the trailer in an hour real easily. This was like an hour and 15, 20 minutes, something like that. So it's pretty full. So now I'm going to take it over to the other side over there. I'm going to dump it and empty out the trailer so I can fill it again. So there it is. The trailer is back in position. I'm ready to split again, but I'm out of time. That's it for today. I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do. I got a regular job I gotta go to now. So that's it for today. Poke the buttons tomorrow. I'll be back 5:30 a.m. for you with a new video. And if you can't wait till then, there's over 700 videos on my channel waiting for you to watch. Go right now. I'd watch. Good night, Irene. Once again, there's an intruder in the woodyard. Chuck is back, and I don't think he's chucking any wood. I'm sitting in my truck. I just came to get a drink, and he popped out from my wood piles there. Looks like he's heading for the wheelbarrow. Maybe he's gonna move some wood for me. It appears he's gonna try to move some pallets for me, maybe. Not sure what he's doing, but he's in the pile. I might have to call my good buddy Carl. He works at a local golf course. He eliminates varmints. He calls it varmint Kong. Eat that thistle there. I don't want that thistle. Eat that one. Let's see what kind of man he is, if he'll eat that thistle or not. I'm guessing he's not going to eat the thistle. Right there. Eat it. Oh, he likes that dandelions. Primarily dandelions. The leaves, flowers. Yep. He's heading into the pile. He's probably going to cause mayhem, destruction, complete pile annihilation. Better get back to work. For some reason, my index finger on my right hand is very itchy right now. I think he heard that. Eat the thistle, Chuck. What the heck? Got a little nervous twitch there. Either that or he's itching. Must have been itching. He's probably got fleas. Oh, guess he's gone.